Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Cherika Brown. Of course, we're on another episode of Cherika Be Talking because I be talking. And on today's episode, I'm just going to talk about the power of praying for people. And I was just thinking about this all throughout my week actually, because every time I interact with people or I grow a bond with people, or even if I don't even know a person very well, I believe in when a person cross your mind, cross your path, or anything, you just pray for that person. Like even sometimes I can't tell you, I'm one of those friends where I won't say I'm a lazy friend, but I'm a friend where I don't really call a lot or bother people a lot. Or if I do call, you don't answer or whatever, I don't hear from you, I will basically just keep you in prayer and just hope the best for everything that's going on, because there's so much going on in the world and you just never know what people can be going through or getting through. And I just think it's so important to pray for every relationship in your life. Even if it's a business relationship, there's plenty of times where I've worked with people, or I even like go on set and I meet people or anything, and I feel like these people are good spirits or whatever. I always just say, God, cover them, like let their dreams come true. And if I can help them or they can help me, let this be a partnership. Even before I do auditions, believe it or not, I ask God to only allow me to try to work with good spirited people and people that are genuine, and, people that are more so like me, so that I won't have a tough time with like trying to get along with people, or, and everything isn't always going to be like peachy and king. Everything isn't going to be all good. But for the most part, when you do pray for things and pray over things before doing it, after doing it, or just anything, it's just always a better outcome. And there's been plenty of times where I've had somebody in prayer and I didn't even tell them I had them in prayer. And then I'll have a conversation with them and they'll admit something to me that's like very deep, or, they're really confiding me about something. And I'm thinking like, wow, so this is why this person was on my heart to pray for them. And a lot of times, like even with family relationships or friendships, or just even your personal romantic relationship, if you're feeling a rift in the relationship, the best thing you can do is pray, because everybody have their own little internal battles and their own personal battles. And no matter how well you know a person, nobody tells you every single thing about their life. You have people that probably tell you most things, or people that tell you a lot of things, but people don't tell you every single thing. And that's why it's so important to be in constant prayer, and not only praying for other people but praying for yourself, constantly praying that God renews your heart, your spirit, keep your heart and your spirit pure, remove all jealousy and envy out of your bones, and just make you so that you are able to be there for other people just as you would want other people to be there for you. And most importantly, like my mom always said, my great grandma, her birthday was March 23rd, and we went and celebrated on March 22nd, where we just went out to eat with some family members. My late great grandmother, my great grandmother Lily, which is my grandmother Wheezy's mom, and we went to celebrate her birthday. And basically she always said, treat people better than they treat you, or treat people how you would like to be treated, which is a golden rule. And if you read the books of Proverbs in the Bible, the book of Proverbs in the Bible, it'll tell you like how you should treat others, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And those things are really easier said than done, because when you gotta love even like your enemy and everything. And recently I found myself even praying for people that I didn't even care for, people that I felt like betrayed me. And to me, that's the ultimate form of just showing that you know how to love, and you know how to love like Christ, when you can pray for people even when and if you feel like they've done you wrong and you've done nothing for people to treat you a certain way or to do certain things to you. And some things you just don't know what people are dealing with internally, and the best thing you can do, the best form of love, is just praying for people. And you ain't gotta say, oh, I'm praying for you. Sometimes I let people know I'm praying for you, and I just leave it at that. Like sometimes things ain't even worth going into detail. Trust me, people know what they did to you. People know why they did things to you. You don't have to go into all of the extra details or whatever. Just simply pray for people, and you will see how God moves in your life and how he moves in other lives as well when you just are in constant prayer. So today's word is just basically love people, pray for them, keep them uplifted, keep yourself uplifted, and don't underestimate prayer. And another little like common saying I'm seeing floating around on social media, people posting a quote that says it's hard to pray or something, or something is stopping you from praying, but that's, or you don't, even when you don't feel like praying, still pray, because something is stopping you from praying, and it's stopping you from like your blessing or whatever. That same spirit is like, just blocking you in general. So even when you don't feel like it, still do it. And that's a lesson that we all should take. Like, even if you feel like, I don't know how to pray, I don't know where to start, God will always meet you where you are. That's the most beautiful thing about believing in Jesus Christ, is that you don't have to go by a religious book. It's meant for anybody to believe. And the ignorant, the person that doesn't know how to read, should still be able to interpret and understand the word, just based off listening and everything of that sort. So even if you feel like you don't know how, or don't ever feel like you're not good enough, because like I said, God will always meet you where you are, and that's the beauty of it. Just do it. Just pray. Just talk to God and hold him at a high regard, and come to him just like you would come to someone that you care about, and someone that you admire, someone that is in authority over you, but at the same time someone who is your close friend, and someone who you can be vulnerable with and tell everything and ask anything, because God is a God that can do the impossible. He can make he takes the I am and put it in he makes the impossible possible. I'm possible. So that's the type of God we serve. And if you pray to him daily and just, stay in constant prayer, you'll see how powerful it is. But I hope this helps somebody and encourage you to stay in constant prayer and pray without ceasing. Y'all know I'll be back because I'll be talking. Peace.